Hi everyone! Welcome to another episode of Merry Games with You. Please like and subscribe, okay? Today we are going to locate the Elder Summoning Altar, build a safe base to fight the Elder from, discuss how best to fight it, and fight the Elder using two different methods. My friend Lever is here with us. We are heading out to find the Elder Altar in my first carve. To build a carve, we need 30 fine wood, 10 deer hide, 20 resin and 80 bronze nails. This is a medium-sized boat with 4 storage compartments and it's very easy to maneuver. It has 500 HP and has 2 seats plus the pilot. Any number can hold fast to the center beam. It is much faster than the raft, with the fastest speed being around 4 to 7 meters per second at full sail, 3 to 5 meters per second at half sail, and 3.14 meters per second when paddling. A carve can outrun a serpent if the wind is coming directly from behind. This is my favorite boat because it is easy to sail and easy to replace if lost. We are running through the Black Forest to get to the altar. You are sure to encounter skeletons as well as grey dwarfs in the Black Forest. If you are with a partner, one of you could use the shield to take blows from an enemy while the other kills it. Along the way, we find 2 more burial chambers and a set of towers. It is a good idea to place a portal in a tower or hut when you are at a distant place, so you have a way to get back quickly if you get killed. I decide not to do this time as the altar is not far away. Yes, we are here. At the runestone it reads, "Burn their young." This is a reference to the 3 ancient seeds that need to be sacrificed at the fire of the altar to summon the Elder. Besides that, it is also a hint that fire is a weakness of the Elder. We are lucky. There's a swamp right next to the Elder and another burial chamber. We choose the highest point in the area and build a small, safe enclosure. We place a fire for light and faster regeneration. If you are new to the game, it is much safer to do this during the day. We place the portal and erect stake walls all around it and a campfire. Grey dwarfs hassle us no end. There's a nice platform at the top of the enclosure to shoot any mobs, but this enclosure is mainly to protect the portal and to rest and recover while we build the outside. As we will be using fire arrows to defeat the boss, we are building a terrace and a trench in between the altar and our portal. This will keep the boss at a distance while we fight. Raised dirt pillars will allow us to hide behind to avoid the Elder's attacks. The ground must be level enough so we won't get stuck on any bit of terrain, and the sides of the terrace must be steep so grey dwarfs can't climb them. Finally, there's a refuge under a copper node with a fire and a deer hide, so that we can recover our health if we need to. Let's prepare some food for the fight. I'm going to use grilled necktail, boar jerky, and cooked deer meat. This is just ordinary food, but it is fine if you're just using arrows to kill the boss. To make 2 pieces of boar jerky, we need 1 boar meat and 1 honey cooked at the cauldron. The jerky gives 23 health and 23 stamina and lasts for 30 minutes. However, you should use the best food if you can. The best food to use during the fight with the Elder are deer stew, minced meat sauce, and carrot soup. These are made at the cauldron too. For deer stew, we need 1 blueberry, 1 carrot, and 1 cooked deer meat for each deer stew. It gives 45 health and 15 stamina for 25 minutes. Minced meat sauce is made from 1 boar meat, 1 neck tail, and 1 carrot. It gives 40 health and 13 stamina and lasts for 25 minutes as well. Carrot soup is made from 1 mushroom and 3 carrots. It gives 45 stamina and 15 health and lasts for 25 minutes too. I tend to prefer foods that give better health. This food also needs a lot of carrots, a precious resource. Cooked fish is another good food. You must use a fish in a cauldron to make raw fish. Then cook the raw fish at a cooking station to make the cooked fish. You need the fishing rod to catch fish or find them along the shore. It gives 45 health, 15 stamina, but only lasts for 20 minutes. I've finally made the fine wood bow and the bone tower shield and upgraded both to level 3. At level 3, the fine wood bow has 250 durability and 41 pierce damage, while the bone tower shield has 300 durability, 44 to 66 block armor, and 110 block force. We are now ready for the fire arrow fight. To summon the Elder, place 3 ancient seeds in the altar. He can be summoned as many times as you wish, like all the other bosses. The location of this Elder's Forsaken altar was discovered when visiting one of the burial chambers. There was a Veg Vizier stone in it. If you click on the Veg Vizier stone there, the map will open and his nearest summoning location will be revealed. It can also be found at some ruined stone towers in and around Black Forest. Lever is helping me to fight the Elder Boss. This fight can be done by a single player though. It will just take twice as long. We are only using Troll Hide armor which has 500 durability. Since we are using the fine wood bow and fire arrows, it is fine. Bronze armor would be better, but because it is heavier, it would make movement clumsy and slow, and I want to dodge those roots. So I prefer better movement in a fight like this. Plus, if you have the rested effect on, recovery is much faster anyway. Unlike Ectyr, the Elder has an aura that removes darkness instead of forcing it. It is also considerably harder than the Ectyr boss. The Elder has 2500 HP and is neutral to most damage, except fire, which it is very weak against. The Elder has 3 attack types: Vine Shoot, Stomp, and Spawn Roots. Did you see the trench we jumped over earlier? This prevents the Elder from coming right up to our dirt platform. This keeps it at a distance, so we only need to worry about the Vine Shoot attack and Spawn Roots. If you observe its body movements, you can also predict which attack is next and which direction it is going to aim for. If its arms move straight out from the chest in a horizontal motion, it is going to make the Vine Shoot attack. If its arms make a scooping action, going down towards the ground and coming straight up again, that will be the Spawn Roots attack. Just hide behind a pillar for the Vine Shoot attack and run away from the Spawn Roots. The Spawn Roots will just despawn after a few seconds. Lever and I stand at the 2 opposite ends of the platform. This helps as we can take turns bearing the brunt of the attack and shooting at the boss. The fire arrows do not stack separately, so if one each of our arrows hit the boss at the same time, it will only count as 1 fire damage of roughly 22 points, and not 44. So for best results, our arrows should land one after another, with a space of a few seconds in between, preferably. Another possibility is for each player to use different arrows. However, I think fire arrows for both players is still better overall. We got him! The Elder Boss drops the Elder Trophy and 1 Swamp Key per player. I need to hang the trophy at the stones to have access to a Forsaken power later. The Swamp Key will allow me to open sunken crypts in the swamp, which is our next biome. We fought the boss one more time in the same manner, so Lever could get her own trophy. Wow, aren't we lucky? One of the new events that happen once the Elder Boss is completed takes place almost immediately. It is called the Ground is Shaking event. Trolls will now attack our bases. The Forest is Moving event will no longer occur and will be replaced by another main event called A Foul Smell is Coming from the Swamp. This will be an attack by a new mob called the Draugr and Skeletons. Draugr are significantly harder than other mobs we've encountered so far. Back to the Troll. Notice this one has a log. Compared to my pig farm wall, this one is much lower, and the log will hit us if we are close enough. However, you can time it by running towards it to shoot and running back again. Or you can just stay safe and shoot from a safe distance. This event ends when the words "the shake" starts to fade. However, the troll is still here, so we proceed to kill it. I can make some spare troll armor. You never know when you will need some. Before we do the melee fight with the Elder, I want to look at the bronze armor that Mary will be using. To make bronze armor, we need 5 bronze and 2 deer hide for each piece of armor. The bronze helmet, bronze plate cuirass, and bronze plate leggings. This armor is so much better in terms of durability with 1000 points and 24 armor for the full set. The full set has a minus 10% movement speed. In combination with the bronze sword and bronze buckler, that would be an extra minus 10% movement speed. To bring this number down, I won't be using the buckler, just the sword and bronze armor, as I will be raising dirt walls close to the altar to serve as my shield. Furthermore, I am going to upgrade the armor to level 3, the same as my bronze sword. I am upgrading the forge to a level 3 to do this. I have made the anvils and forge cooler. At level 3, bronze armor has 36 armor for a full set and 1400 durability per piece. Let's start the melee boss fight. It is more dangerous to kill the boss with melee, as there is a much higher chance of dying. You need to be skilled at dodging and using the shield in a timely manner. As you will see, using the shield and dodging left me with very little stamina. If a grey dwarf had come along, that would have delayed my retreat and gotten me stuck there. The boss would have attacked me again, and my health would have dropped significantly. The problem with this method is, at this level, you will need to use the bronze armor together with the shield and sword. Using the sword with the bronze armor alone is slow and clumsy. With the shield, you're just like a tank. You can take several blows if you block, but you don't get anywhere fast. And if you dodge, you may escape being hit, but you're left with little stamina. That doesn't sit well with me. So, I have come up with a method that works for me. I only carry the shield in my inventory for an emergency. Instead, I retreat behind a dirt wall to recover from my melee and wait till my HP is high enough to take more battering. Then, I attack him again. If you don't rush and allow yourself to recover your health, killing the boss is guaranteed. When using melee to attack the Elder, he is unlikely to use the vine shoot attack, unless you are beyond melee range. With my system of dirt walls, he is trapped behind them. The vine shoot attack will go over your head when you retreat behind the wall. The spawn roots attack will be used too. You can time it so that you run out of the way, but you must be careful. If you time it wrong, you could be trapped with the boss on one side and the roots on the other. With my upgraded level 3 bronze armor, I can withstand a few stomp attacks, but must retreat behind the wall to recover. If you use this method, you must give yourself enough health before you face the boss. Retreat when you still have plenty of health to make sure you make it behind the wall safely. If you are a single player using a fully upgraded bronze buckler, you may be able to fully block a stomp without being staggered if you have a block skill of at least 18. However, enemies will deal 4% more damage per extra player nearby. So this means a higher blocking skill will be needed if that is the case. To try this, I suggest you extend the dirt wall out another 2 meters at least. On my first summon, he spawned in on the outside. Extending it out should ensure he is always on the inside. I'm so happy I decided to do this with melee as well. Okay, it is time to head out to the stones to place my Elder trophy there. If I activate the Elder's Forsaken power by clicking on the trophy, I will be able to cut wood faster, as the power increases my damage to trees by 60%. Well, that's it for today. Next week, Mary will be tackling the swamp and sunken crypts. Thanks for watching till the end. If you enjoyed today's journey, don't forget to punch that like button and subscribe. Bye everyone!